Hi everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Guys, today we're going to take a look at Everspace 2. Everspace 2 is in early access. I was on the fence for some time with this game, guys, because I typically do not like arcadey shooters with pinball sound effects and all that jazz. I like depth, immersion, I like open world, I like some sophistication. Well, this game was a complete surprise for me. I've never played an Everspace game. So many of the elements I love are in this game. Let's have a look at the description according to the developer on Steam. Everspace 2 is a fast-paced, single-player spaceship shooter with worthwhile exploration in space and on planets, tons of loot, RPG elements, mining and crafting. Experience a thoughtful sci-fi story set in a vivid, handcrafted open world full of secrets, puzzles, and perils. I cannot think of a more perfect description for any space game. Doesn't that just seem to cover all the bases and sound like the perfect space game of all time? But this game really is a great game that ticks so many of my boxes. Now, as you just saw there, we had all of these HUD elements that I hate. With one click of a button, they've given you so many options in this. Rockfish has given you so many options in this. One click of the H button on the keyboard and all the HUD display goes away. You can also, with a down press on the D-pad, go into free look mode and have a look around your cockpit. Or if you're in third person mode, you can look at the complete 360 degree exterior of your ship. It's amazing. Now, from an exploration point of view, you guys know that I'm an explorer at heart. I could not believe how much exploration is in this game. I mean, look at this. The visuals are beautiful. And while it is a shooter with some impressive explosions and a lot of fast-paced action, you can just take your time and explore these beautiful handcrafted visuals. I mean, just listen to some of the sound effects here, the ambience. There are some arcadey, pinball-y sound effects. I think it kind of lends itself to Rockfish's sense of humor. There's a little bit of sense of humor here. A lot of the cinematics or a lot of the story is told through like a storyboard, cartoon drawn, illustrative sort of way. I'm not sure if that's just placeholder or not. I actually like it. I mean, I'm normally not into anime or comics or anything like that, but the way they did it, it fits with the style of the game. Here is the menu system. You have, of course, inventory, ship, perks, map, mission, data. And the map, right now, there's 4 star systems, I believe. I believe at launch there's going to be 8, but you have a fully functional map system here, okay? And you do have, when you're flying around, you do have afterburner, and then you do have sort of what would you call it? Sort of like I don't know what you'd call it. But you have that. What is that interim thing between thrust and hyperdrive? I forget what it would be called. What would it be called in other games? Like a quantum drive, or I don't know, guys. Anyways, you have 3 different modes of fast travel. Like I say, afterburner. Then you have this. What the heck is it called? I don't know, man. Where you're going fast, and then you have the true hyperdrive where you jump between systems or whatever. It's done very well, but there are loading screens. Okay, now I don't know if that's going to be shortened or done away with in the final version, but the loading screens, you know, this isn't the type of game where it's all procedural and it's supposed to be a seamless universe. There are loading screens. On an SSD, they're about 5 seconds long. That doesn't bother me really. The type of game that it is and how ambitious it is, the brief loading screens don't really bother me. Like here's one here. Okay, and I shortened it. It's about 5 seconds long, but those loading screens happen anytime you do any kind of significant travel in the game. Now, when you jump into a map, it's all open world and it's seamless. But when you're going between the maps, essentially, there's a brief loading screen. The attention to detail here is what blew me away. Your ship controls sort of pseudo-Newtonian with sort of a flight assist hybrid style. It's Newtonian with like a flight assist hybrid style. I love it. It's you can just jump into this game and start exploring, start fighting, and the controls are weird at first. The controls are very weird at first. When I say at first, it took me about 5 minutes to get used to them. Very, very thoughtfully designed as far as the controls. Very easy to get used to. But look at the visuals here, guys. There's so much. There's volumetrics, the volumetric lighting. I don't know if there's global illumination. I believe there is. The visuals are just beautiful. The ambient lighting and the for the most part, the music score. There's a little bit of the kind of arcadey music score, but for the most part, it's sort of this ambient, just an ambient score that really lends itself well to exploring. And of course, a little more intense when you get into dogfights and things like that. But that's really what gripped me, guys, is how much I enjoyed this. Coming from Star Citizen, Elite Dangerous, even some No Man's Sky, X4 universe, how much I enjoyed a game like this. I never expected it. I had my eye on this game for 2 years, and I'd keep seeing the visuals, and I'd say, oh, I'll have to try that. I never did because I thought it was going to be too arcadey, and I just can't stand pinball sound effects and the arcadey style. And anyways, No Man's Sky was pushing my limits. But in the end, you should absolutely try this game. It is beautiful. It is so much fun to play. It has so much of what is in the developer's description. No game is perfect, but this is so much fun. It is so beautiful, and it ticks so many of the boxes that I love in a space game. There is a free demo, so there's really no excuse not to give this a try. Try the demo. Guys, I tried the demo for 30 minutes and bought the game. I was just okay, I'm in, and bought the game. There is, as you can see here, you can actually go to planets. Now, of course, there's a loading screen, and it's a map, yes, and yes, it's fairly limited. You don't have an entire world to explore, but the variety is all there. You wanna see, explore, orbit around some of these worlds? Go for it. You want planetary surface in several of the worlds? You can. I'm sure there'll be more in the final release. There is so much variety to see, and everything is just so eye candy. I could not believe it. I mean, just look at this. This is beautiful. And I couldn't tell, some of the clouds, I couldn't tell if they were going in front of the sun or not. At first I thought there was a day-night cycle. Guys, there's not a day-night cycle. But there's the effects and some of the, just the visual effects and the lighting effects just give you this dynamic feeling to everything. And so I was completely immersed. And that's what I look for in games. Is there exploration? Is there immersion? Is there role-playing? Absolutely in this game. Absolutely. And if you just want to jump in and blow stuff up, it's very gratifying. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and click off and let you enjoy some of the sights and sounds of Everspace 2. This game is absolutely worth your time. Try out the demo for free. This is in early access. I'm not sure when the actual release is going to be, but just a fantastic and fun experience that I'm having in this game. Look, there's little caves dotted around. I mean, there's huge ones too, huge caves. There's so much to find, so much to discover in this game. Here's a little bit of the pinball sound effect here. Like when we mine, yes, you can mine. There's going to be more done to mining. But hear this? I'm not really into that whole pinball kind of sounds, but it's done seldom enough or minimally enough to where someone like me who's more of a sophisticate with my games, really it's easy to overlook. And honestly, it's kind of funny, and there's enough humor in this to where, I don't know, it's just the personality of Everspace. And so I completely accept it and love it, and wow, just such a great experience. Okay guys, I hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll see you next time.